All right, the final movie in the Star Wars series of reviews on here on my channel, and it's Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Let's talk about it. Rise of Skywalker was directed, produced, co-written by J.J. Abrams, who also did The Force Awakens. Stepped out for the second one, which was Last Jedi. The cast includes Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Anthony Daniels, Naomi Ackie, Domhnall Gleeson, Richard E. Grant, Lupita Nyong'o, Kerry Russell, Kelly Marie Tran, Ian McDiarmid, and Billy D. Williams returns as Lando Calrissian. The film follows Rey, Finn, and Poe as they lead the remnants of the Resistance in a final stand against Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and the First Order, who are now allied by the resurrected Sith Lord Emperor Palpatine, Rey's paternal grandfather. Now, I like this movie. Does it have problems? Absolutely. But is it fun? Absolutely. The opening is very choppy, I will say that. It takes you a minute to kind of go, okay, what is happening? Slow down. You want the film just to slow down and tell you what's going on at that moment. I think the opening is a weird opening for Star Wars. Now, I totally understand people's criticisms, but at the same time, it feels like a big course correction in this movie, and it feels like, yeah, we probably could have seen more. Yes, it felt a little bit rushed, but at this point, I was like, okay, this is a fun movie. I'm in for the ride. Let's just do this. Palpatine's come back. Sure, somehow he returned. Do we really need to know? Not really. Let's just do this thing. Like, after Last Jedi, let's just have a good Star Wars time, like a good time with Star Wars, and that's what this movie does for me, I'll be honest. They definitely had Rey training because of the whole Mary Sue backlash thing that happened, which some of Force Awakens' criticisms for me were about the Force and how she knew them. To see her training a little bit more, definitely what we needed, right? We needed a bit of that in there just to make it make more sense. I think this movie is fun on the surface. Just don't look too deep into it, because you could talk about all the conveniences and the stuff that don't make sense, like the Sith dagger matching up with the wreckage of the Death Star, which you could say is like a Destiny kind of thing, but I don't know. Just to say Destiny, it's easier to explain. There's definitely a closer touch to Star Wars in this than The Last Jedi does. It's a shame that it was rushed to be the last one. Why couldn't they have announced episode 10? Like, does it have to be a trilogy? Why not just then say, okay, we're going to make episode 9, but we're also going to make episode 10, or we're going to make this like a two-parter to fix some issues. I will straight up say C-3PO is the best he's been in this movie. I love C-3PO in this. He's funny, his dialogue is hilarious, and it kind of goes back to that age-old thing of C-3PO being bullied a lot, which happened in the original trilogy. It happens here. We get a lot of cockpit scenes in this movie that are very reminiscent of the original trilogy. There was a moment in the movie where it's like, no, we'll all go together, and it's like, you just know that they did that on purpose. They go to this weird festival and there's all these creatures dancing, but there's these little creatures. I think it was the Aki Festival, I think they call it. But there's these little baby things that are laughing, and God, that is horrific. It's like some of the worst horror in a movie ever. Like, those sort of things creep me out. The necklace force thing just doesn't make any sense, but okay, fine. Lando's back in this movie, and it's a nice touch. Not that he actually does anything in the movie other than he sort of goes and tries to find help, and then comes back at the end as like a hero thing. And yeah, sure, like, okay. Like, a lot of this movie is me just going, yeah, fine, whatever. After The Last Jedi, just give me what you want to do and just make it fun, and that's exactly what it is. It's a fun adventure movie. The comedy doesn't seem very Star Wars in this, but it's fine as well. Like the torch scene where Rey ignites her lightsaber to see in the dark, and then Poe goes to use his torch. And I don't know, it's just not the same comedy you get in a Star Wars movie. But again, I quite liked it, to be fair. But yeah, between the dagger and the Wayfinder and all of that stuff, it's like, how many plot devices can you put in one movie? Fair enough. The Knights of Ren look really cool, love their design, but they don't do anything in the movie other than die. One of the moments that people didn't like about this movie was that flip scene that Rey does in the trailer over Kylo's ship, but I actually quite like that. I think it was shot quite well. I think it was a really cool thing. There's a moment in the movie where you think Chewie dies, but they kind of chicken out of that, and I'm kind of glad, because killing Chewbacca, I would have raged at this movie. Like, please, you don't kill Chewie. Like, he's someone that you can have in every movie, and like, we're losing so many people in Star Wars. We don't need to lose Chewbacca. Zori Bliss, who is this a character attached to Poe Dameron's past. Don't really kind of understand the point in her character, but she's in this too, and sure. Babu Frick is absolute cinema. Hey, I love his character so much. He is just one of those weird Star Wars characters that you remember for years, like Salacious Crumb from Return of the Jedi. That's what Babu Frick is to me, like just weird and fun and just everything Star Wars. Hux being the spy doesn't really make any sense, but fine. Palpatine's chair survives in the wreckage of the Death Star. Don't know how that worked. That's some damn good IKEA flat pack furniture right there. Also, there's a door to the side that wasn't there during the Return of the Jedi, but that's fine. We see Sith Rey in a vision that's very much like the cave in Empire Strikes Back with Darth Vader. One thing that does get me, Chewie's reaction to Leia dying. That shit hurts every single time. I think the performances in the movie are great. Again, Adam Driver, fantastic performance, if not a little bit more reserved in this one. And I don't know, I kind of get the feeling that he was less invested in this movie because of what happened in Last Jedi and what's happened over the course of the trilogy. Luke's ghost turns up and says, I was wrong, and completely course corrects his Last Jedi performance. The final battle on and over Exegol is pretty entertaining. It's fun. You see all these Sith loyalists and Palpatine doing his usual stuff, basically repeating a lot of his previous lines, which is kind of weird. And Ben comes back to the good side and fights alongside Rey. They do not need to kiss, but they do kiss. Stupid idea. Just don't understand that personally. No. I wasn't so annoyed at the Rey Skywalker thing at the end, like everyone else is. Like, it makes sense. You don't want to carry the name Palpatine around with you, do you? Because, wow, no one wants the second name Hitler, do they? Like, no one wants to walk around and go into the shop one day and be like, are you related to Hitler? Like, is that a relation? No. I'd rather be called a hero, you know? I'd rather be seen as a hero lineage rather than the most evil person to ever have lived. It just makes more sense. Now, this movie isn't like the highest of Star Wars, obviously, but it is a great time and I enjoyed it in the cinemas. This is definitely cinema worthy. I know a lot of people are going to be like, how can you like this movie? To a lot of people, this is the worst Star Wars movie, and I kind of see why people would think that, but it's still fun. Like, every time I go in to watch this movie, like after Last Jedi, I have a sour taste, and I go into this movie and I just have fun with it. It's just enjoyable seeing Palpatine back on the screen, seeing some cool lightsaber battles, seeing some better writing, seeing some fun from C-3PO, all of that stuff. Just a simple story back to how Force Awakens was. It's just a shame they couldn't do this as a two-parter, or they couldn't start to like correct it over a few movies rather than rushing and doing one. Hey ho, it's what we got. What did you guys think of Rise of Skywalker? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to know your opinions. And that's it for Star Wars. We're now going to rank, in the next video, rank all of the Star Wars live action content. And then we're going to move on to some other films and take a break from Star Wars. But at some point, I will be back to review all the animated stuff. I'll probably do that next May and in the run-up to Starfighter. So stay tuned for that. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves. I'll see you real soon in the next one. Take care of yourselves.